Welcome to the Explainer. So let me ask you a quick question, and I want you to be completely honest with yourself here. Do you ever feel like your hard-earned money just magically vanishes over the weekend? If you're nodding your head, you are absolutely not alone. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can save 5K yearly without making yourself totally miserable in the process. We're pulling directly from some fantastic research on financial habits that are, frankly, going to fundamentally change the way you look at your bank account.
Where did your paycheck go? Ma'am, it is an incredibly frustrating feeling, isn't it? Your paycheck hits your account on Friday, you feel this brief, amazing moment of absolute wealth, and then bam, by Monday morning, you're staring at a declining balance, wondering how on earth it disappeared so fast. What's absolutely crucial to understand here, and what the data strongly points out, is that it's not necessarily that you aren't making enough money. The real culprit? You're likely suffering from invisible money leaks. You are losing small, almost unnoticeable amounts of money in dozens of places, literally every single day. But hey, here's the good news, and really the core of our explainer today. Our whole goal is figuring out exactly how to save 5K yearly. And the absolute best part? Most people think that hitting a big savings goal like that requires some massive, painful lifestyle overhaul. Actually, scratch that. It doesn't at all. You do not need to stop enjoying your life. You just need to plug those invisible leaks using 5 very specific, battle-tested financial habits.
Okay, let's look at our battle plan. We are going to cover 4 key areas today. First, controlling the psychology of spending. Second, plugging the invisible leaks. Third, flipping the script. And finally, daily habits and hidden discounts. Let's get right into it. All right, section 1, controlling the psychology of spending, or as I like to think of it, curing the impulse buy. So before we can even fix our bank accounts, we kind of have to understand our brains. When we see something we want, a sleek new gadget, an awesome pair of shoes, our brain gives us this massive dopamine hit. We feel this immediate, completely manufactured need to own that item right that very second. It feels like a necessity, even when it's totally false. To combat that, we're going to use a brilliant strategy called the 48-hour rule. It's incredibly simple but wildly effective. Here's how it works. If you see something non-essential that you really want, just leave it in your online shopping cart or literally turn around and walk away from the physical store. You must wait exactly 48 hours, 2 full days. If, after that time, the desire is still burning and it genuinely fits your budget, go ahead and buy it. The secret sauce behind the 48-hour rule actually lies in the data. Get this. 90% of the time, the urge to buy that item will completely disappear after 2 days. 90%. Only 10% of the time will you actually still want it. So, when you walk away, you aren't losing out on an item. No way. You are gaining the absolute freedom of keeping that cash securely in your pocket. That dopamine fade is your best friend when it comes to saving money. That brings us perfectly to section 2, plugging the invisible leaks through what we call the subscription audit. We just talked about impulse buys, right? But what about the money that leaves your account without you even clicking a button? We live in a world where seemingly everything is a monthly fee. These small recurring charges for random apps, software, gyms, they are the ultimate invisible thieves of the modern world. To catch these thieves, I want you to focus on this number, 60. Pull up your bank statements from the last 60 days. You need to go through those 2 months of records with a fine-tooth comb. You are hunting for those $3, $5, $10, and $15 charges that are just quietly draining your account. Once you have those statements in front of you, just follow 3 highly effective steps. Step 1, like we said, you pulled the 60 days of statements. Step 2, for literally every single subscription you see, ask yourself one hard question. Did I actually use this app or service at least 3 times this month? If the answer is no, step 3 is to hit cancel immediately. Remember, the research actually shows that most people are blindly paying for at least 2 services they've completely forgotten about. I mean, you can always resubscribe later if you genuinely need it, but right now, we've got to stop the bleeding. Moving on to section 3. Flipping the script and paying yourself first. Listen, if you only take away one single thing from this entire explainer, please make it this. Why do most bank accounts end up at 0 by the end of the month? It's because we treat savings like an afterthought. Look at the flawed method at the top. Most people get paid. They pay their rent, utilities, maybe grocery bills, and then they try to save whatever is left over. And what's left over? Almost always 0. Now look at the battle-tested method right below that. You need to flip the script entirely through automation. As soon as your salary hits, you set up an automatic transfer to move a set percentage, hey, even if it's just 5%, straight into a dedicated savings account. You do this before you pay a single bill. By doing this, you're treating your savings like a mandatory expense. You are literally forcing yourself to prioritize your future self over your current spending habits. It is basically guaranteed financial growth.
Let's jump into our final section, daily habits and hidden discounts. This is where we cross the finish line and easily hit that savings goal.
This whole phase starts in a place you probably visit every week, the grocery store. Did you know these stores are scientifically designed to make you overspend? It's true. They place expensive impulse items right at eye level while intentionally hiding the essentials you actually came for all the way in the back. To beat their science, you've got to use the list-only grocery method. Before you even leave your house, you write a strict list and you absolutely do not deviate from it. Second, and even better, meal prep your lunches on Sunday. Why? Because when you have lunch ready to take to work sitting right there in the fridge, you completely break the cycle of being forced to spend $10 to $15 on repetitive, expensive daily takeout.
And I really want to anchor you to the sheer power of that one daily habit with this number, $2,000. That single habit of meal prepping and avoiding daily takeout alone can save you over $2,000 a year. Think about that for a second. With just one habit, you are almost halfway to our target. Add in the subscription audit, the 48-hour rule, and paying yourself 5% first. And suddenly, knowing exactly how to save $5K yearly is easily within reach.
But wait, we have one final super powerful habit to push you over the edge. Providers for your internet, your cell phone, even your car insurance often have hidden what they call retention offers. These are lower rates or loyalty discounts, but here's the catch. They are never just going to hand them to you. You have to call their customer service and politely ask if there is a retention offer or a lower rate available to keep you as a loyal customer. It is literally a simple 5-minute phone call that can save you hundreds of dollars a year.
As we wrap things up today, I want to leave you with this really powerful quote from the source material. Finance isn't about being perfect, it's about being intentional. You don't have to get this right 100% of the time. You're going to slip up. You'll buy a fancy coffee or grab a random impulse item, and you know what? That is perfectly okay. Plugging these leaks isn't about complete deprivation, it's simply about waking up, becoming fully aware of where your money is flowing, and acting with intention. So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative question. Which of these 5 financial habits are you actually going to implement this week? Are you going to test out the 48-hour rule? Are you finally going to pull 60 days of statements for a massive subscription audit? Or are you going to automate paying yourself first? Just pick one to start with today. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into financial growth right here on The Explainer. Go start plugging those leaks, and I will see you next time.